Hey guys, welcome back to Flip Flop and Cheeto, the podcast, episode 4. Today we got 3 brand new segments and then an old classic coming your way. And I'm your host, Cheeto.
And I'm Flip Flop.
And let's get into it. Podcast with Cheeto and Flip Flop. So for the first segment on the podcast today, we're going back to an old favorite news update. And so I have a news story I'm going to bring to Flip Flop real quick. And this one, it comes in from it's about this kid who was driving on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what you're thinking, why was a kid out on the highway? Well, he stole his parents' car. And so this is from Utah. It's out in the state of Utah.
Some
and
classic kids stealing their parents' cars.
So the cop pulls over this car because they think that the person who's driving is impaired or like under the influence because they're swerving, you know?
Yeah.
And so the cop pulls him over and they see that, oh my gosh, it's a 5-year-old kid. And they're like, what in the world? So, you know, they obviously ask him, like, what are you doing out? And the kid says he's out because he wants to go buy a Lamborghini.
Where is he getting this money from?
I don't think he thought about the money or anything. I think only thing he knew was he wanted a Lamborghini and he had to get to the store.
He was going to get it.
Yeah. So, Flip Flop, I hear you're pretty soon to starting to drive. And so my question for you is, say you were in this kid's shoes. Would you steal your parents' car to try and go get a Lamborghini?
100%.
So you backed the kid up. You think he was doing the right thing?
Yeah. I would be in the car with him.
And so I looked up to see, if anything else happened after this. And the people at Lamborghini called up the kid and gave him a test drive in the Lamborghini.
No way.
Yeah, so I made it work out.
So how can he drive that well that he's like driving a Lamborghini?
No, I think he was just in the passenger seat in the Lamborghini.
Oh.
But, I mean, he did drive the car, which is a little freaky.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude.
But that's pretty sweet.
And he didn't crash. So that's
Right,
kinda,
yeah.
that's
Good for the kid.
He's on the highway.
I know.
He knows how to lane change, I guess.
All right, well, Flip Flop, you got a news story?
Yeah, so Mason, he's the guy that's normally in here with us. He went on a date tonight. That's why he's not here tonight.
Oh, that's where he's at.
Yeah. So they're going to get ice cream. I don't know how it's going to go, so you think it's going to go well?
That's your news update. All right, so Mason's out on a date with this new girl, you said.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. What do we know about her? The only thing, she's into Mason.
Yeah, so...
I mean, that could go either way, I guess.
Yeah, Mason's a guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. All right, what do you think? Did you see Mason before he left for his date?
I did not.
Oh, so
he left when I was down here, so he was getting ready when I had...
So you have no idea what he wore?
No.
I'm trying to think, like, what would Mason wear on a date? My instincts tell me he's going to be in a cowboy hat.
He likes to rock the trends, so he just bought Birkenstocks.
Yes.
He wears his Hawaiian shirt all the time.
Yeah.
7 buttons down, unbuttoned.
Oh my gosh.
So that's probably what he's wearing because he wore it like every day of this vacation we were just on. So that's where he is right now.
Yeah, good for him. That's great.
You think it'll go well?
Dude, I like Mason. He's a pretty fun guy, so I say it's going to go pretty well. So
I think it'll go well too.
You think there's going to be a second date?
Maybe.
Yo, I'm on the side of yes.
So
I think it'll be a second date.
My mom said that he had to buy her ice cream.
Yeah.
So
that's how you do it. You gotta be a gentleman, you know? Yeah.
And then they might be going bowling.
Oh, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, we'll see what happens tonight. Best of luck to him.
Yeah. Tune in Thursday and we'll see if he got the second date.
All right. Well, this has been News Update with Flip Flop and Cheeto. On to the next segment, Trend Time. So on Trend Time, me and Flip Flop are going to kind of be sending out a quick little personal...
nostalgic vibe.
Yeah, some nostalgic vibes. And also, it's a little bit of a public service announcement. I don't know how much our viewers are on TikTok, but there's so many just really dumb trends that are out on this app.
Yeah.
And
like the shaving your head trend. That's so stupid.
All these trends, they're so dumb. They're not as good as like the internet trends of the past. And so this is going to be a moment for us to kind of go down memory lane. We're going to talk about some old trends. And let's get TikTok back on track, Let's get some new trends as good as these old ones.
Yeah.
So the first one I kind of want to bring up is the Harlem Shake. You remember that from back in the day? The videos, one guy in a little motorcycle helmet sitting there just going bananas. Yeah. And then the lights flip, and then everyone's going bananas. No harm. Absolutely hilarious to watch.
Yeah, like these new challenges where you slip and drop the milk. Those are like, think about the grocery store workers.
That's so gross. Like,
oh my
you remember the cinnamon challenge? People choking on cinnamon on the internet? Dude, that's a classic.
Inhaling cinnamon.
Dude, it's so funny. Did you ever try that, by the way?
I did not try the cinnamon challenge.
I don't think I ever tried it either. But it was very funny to watch on the internet for sure.
You know what's funny to watch? People eating Tide Pods.
Dude, that was such a weird time in internet, man.
Those are deadly.
Dude, yeah, for real. And like they're not, I mean, and they're gross.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Who wants to eat soap?
Yeah.
But dude, that's what the internet's for.
Like, ever get soap in your mouth in the shower? Just imagine that, but like with detergent.
And like it's even more compact, you know?
Yeah.
It's so
and
gross.
you're eating the plastic.
Oh. Dude, that's a good internet trend, you know what I mean? It's way better than this new stuff.
Ones that are actually funny.
Yeah. Oh, and then I feel like the OG trend started it all. Planking.
Oh.
Where like you'd walk into a McDonald's and you'd see a guy just laying on his stomach on the counter.
Or on the
or on the arches or out front.
Yeah, I saw this one video. This guy walks up and like the cash registers were like super far spaced apart, so he just gets up on the counter where the cash registers lay down flat. People are trying to get him to move. He's just laying there not moving.
Dude, planking's so good.
So, bottle flipping. I went home today and I walked past my bottle of water that I opened before I left and I flipped it because, you know, and it landed. And it brought me back to times.
Dude, I feel like bottle flipping is probably, of the ones we talked about, it might be like the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's a pretty solid trend. It was cool. I mean, I totally got in trouble for it at school.
Yeah.
But like, who did
it? Makes
right?
a loud noise and the teacher's like, don't bottle flip.
And plus, like,
Dude.
when you land it, you feel like such a champ.
Back when I was in 7th grade, a while back, maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. We were flipping milk cartons
No.
at lunch because they don't have water bottles. Me and the homies flipping milk
Dude,
bottles.
you gotta adapt
And then
and overcome.
And then if you flipped them too much, they would explode.
Dude, see, you don't get that anymore.
No, you don't
So,
get that kind of trend.
This is our public service announcement to all these trend followers on the internet. Let's do some real good trends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like planking.
Yeah.
Or the cinnamon challenge or the Harlem Shake. Let's get those good ones back.
So what's your favorite trend?
Dude, my favorite's got to be planking.
Same.
I mean, it's so good. Dude, all right, you know what? I say right now we vow to bring back planking. Me and you
We'll do.
today. All right, and we're going to jump into our third segment of the day. This is another new one. We're titling it Q&A, and we're going to just hit up the phone lines real quick and get a bunch of questions from people in the audience. And so first one looks like on the phone lines is it's a guy named Tanner. So Tanner, you're on the air right now. All right, hey, what's up? Yeah, why did that movie remake of Avatar: The Last Airbender suck? Well, that's a great question, Tanner, and I put some thought into this, and so first thing, the actors, they were just garbage.
Second, the directors also sucked.
That's true, and then, I mean, you can't really compare it to the TV show. It's
The TV
just so good.
show's so good.
Yeah, so, I mean, why would you even try to remake that? I did hear they're coming out with a new Netflix series on it, though. But we'll save that for another podcast, but looking excited for that.
Maybe it'll be in a review time in the future.
Yeah, we'll get it next time. Let's go back to the phones. Look like we have Carson, and you're live on the air.
What part of the human face is your favorite?
Cheeto here, and I think my favorite part of the human face, I'm going to go with ears. First off, they just look funny, and you get to hear all sorts of fun noises.
I like the nose because the smells. Like, if you smell something good, I mean, that is satisfying.
That's true.
I like the nose. Our next person is named Sam. You're on the air.
Alright, I got a question that really just determines whether I can even be friends with you or not. When you tear your toilet paper off, is it from over the roll or under the roll?
I feel like me and Flip Flop probably have the same answer here, so we'll just say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Over the
roll. All right, moving on. Next caller.
My next question is, why is the podcast the most entertaining thing to listen to? I'm just wondering. I've never found a podcast like it, you know? I mean, I've tried to listen to podcasts, but the podcast with Cheeto and Flip Flop is the only one, and that's it. Just wondering why it's the best.
That's a good question, Kendall, and I think it comes down to a few things. You know, you get some good writers and some good ideas going. That helps a lot.
And a good host.
Yeah, you get a couple
hosts.
good co-hosts. That's always a recipe for a great podcast.
Thanks for tuning into the podcast, and we'll see you on episode 5.
Alrighty, we'll see you then. Peace. Podcast with Cheeto and Flip